Once I play the theme music, I'll cue it off, and then we'll do bombs.
You live.
Oh. You live? Is you live? Is you live? Or is you live? Robert Sherlock. Aloha. 7 people. Big Law, what's going on? Gang, gang. Jay Lee, what's going on? Gang, gang. Patreon in the house. Oh, that's good to see. Robert Kira, what's going on? Maximum Play, that's Patreon. Joe Williams, that's Patreon. What's going on? Andy Whitmore. Oh, man, what's going on, baby? Oh, there we are. Look, I can see you and me. Looks like a gathering. Oh, man. When is it RVing? I'm about to tell you. Hello, guys. Hey, I don't do dates or race, but I'm going to give you a pragmatic point of view to what's going on. And there goes Daisy. Do you see Daisy? Look at Daisy. Daisy just want to be in the camera. Get out the camera, Daisy. Oh, Daisy. Look, they're all saying Daisy. Daisy, get out the camera. Go, Daisy, go. Go. It's not the Daisy show.
Yes, it is.
It's not the Daisy show. Hey, no, no. What up, comic book? Greta. Hey, Miss Greta. They saying hello, Daisy. Get out the Daisy. If you don't get out the shot, okay, Daisy gang gang. Daisy over here capping on the set. Daisy, get out the shot. Come on, Daisy. Yeah, Daisy, they want you to read the news. Can you read the news, please?
Hi, Robert.
Hey, Miss BB. Hey, Carlos. Yeah, I got some bombs. It seems like far, far, far too long since we've been together. Man, we at 80 people. Can I get 20 more people so I can start this music, please? Photo bomb Daisy. Yeah, Daisy's all about that life. She want to be all up in the activities. Hey, guys. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Terry. Hey, Justin. What's up, Wanda? Todar Spice. Daisy's cool. Daisy's crazy, y'all. Y'all just don't know how crazy Daisy is. Patricia, what's going on? 85 people. Man, we getting close. Can we get to 100 people so I can start this music, please? And y'all, the likes are not mandatory. Please don't feel you're getting pressured for likes. But the likes are so appreciated because I'm about to bring the heat. I feel like Pac. Pac said this might be the realest I ever wrote. Man, this is so live. I'm so ready for this. It feels like we've been apart far too long. Hey, y'all, what's up, Hope? What's up, Samuel?
What you looking at?
She eating something on the floor. Daisy, don't eat that. What are you doing down there?
She act like she ain't.
Hey, Raymond.
Daisy, what are you eating?
Stop it. Give it to me. What are you eating? Give it to me. What are you eating? Stop. What did you eat?
I don't know. I didn't drop nothing down there.
Daisy ate something. She hungry. Yeah, she
She's not hungry.
greedy.
She greedy.
She greedy. She been eating. She just ate before we came up here.
Yeah, she has.
Hey, Joseph. What's up, nephew?
She ate. She ate more than everybody.
Yeah, she's eating. I've only eaten once today.
She's eaten twice.
Shout out to everybody that's on this lockdown.
And I've only eaten once. I seem like I work more at home than I do at work.
Probably leftover popcorn. I'm saying probably so. Daisy, you're in the shot. No, go sit down. You're in the shot. Okay, we got 101 people. Let's start the music. And Daisy, you got to stop eating stuff off the floor. Or I'll play the music. Okay, ready? You ready, Daisy?
Mm-mm.
Woo, woo, woo. We've been apart
You have to work. Oh,
far too long.
you been
I've been
missing me.
missing y'all. I hope you've been missing me too. Puerto Rico ready. I'm ready for Puerto Rico. Relocation of my set. Aloha. Can I vape? May I vape? Please. I'm playing DJ. Miss April's gonna play Bomb Master. I feel like I got a few bombs. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for showing up, doing your thing. Can we just get a few likes? They're not mandatory, they're not required, but I'm just asking, please. Shout out to the effort. Thor is in his lap. Yeah, there go your boyfriend, Thor. He's listening to your theme song. Oh, she wagging her tail. Thor, Thor. Oh, she wagging her tail. She like Thor. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your clothes regularly. Try to stay out of the public eye. And God bless. And Daisy laid down and she knows what it is. So you know what? Let's get to this news.
I'm drinking hot lemon water.
I'm drinking bomb water. Miss BB's on the ones and twos. We got 117 people in the house. Let's get to this. I just first want to say, shout out to my boys Daza, Jamie Lynn, my brother Mr. Frazier, and my darling wife for the inspiration of the show. See, you guys don't really understand sometimes that it's the conversations that motivate me to produce the evidence of what's happening. And it makes it much easier for me to dig so much deeper for relevance. Shout out to each and every one of you. And shout out my gang too. Can I get a bomb for that? Can I get a major bomb after I read this? That's a small bomb. I need major bombs. After I read this stuff. Today is my bug's birthday. Mr. Lewis's birthday is next week. Miss Rosemarie's birthday is tomorrow. Shout out the gang, gang, gang. Major bombs. Again, I'm going to stress this. Likes are not mandatory, and I appreciate each and every one of them. They fuel me to keep doing this because I love doing it for you. And doing it with the support that you guys give me, because sometimes I get more likes than views. I just want to say the love is heartfelt. And I want to give the love back by producing for you one of the realest shows that I've ever written in my life. And I'm showing my appreciation back towards you because I can't like each one of you. I'm going to bring you the news. If you're a student of dinarology or dongology or current events or geopolitics, you may want to take a moment, and I'll give you a couple seconds to go grab a pen and paper because this is lengthy and this is really complex. And a lot of you will probably have to email me or DM me, and a lot of you do. But please don't hesitate on this one because I'm going to explain to you why I believe where we are is the best position where we are. I've covered 19. I've covered the PM. Now I'm going to cover the true geopolitical situation in which we are. Now, granted, it's not fully passed, but the language in the documents I want to show you and how it affects you and I, the average currency investor. Let's go down the rabbit hole. And like Morpheus said to Neo, which one do you want? The red or the green pill? As of 3/24/20 at 11:45 a.m., the final version of the economic stimulus package offered by Speaker Pelosi, the House Democratic, no longer includes the U.S. digital dollar proposal. However, the language as proposed by Chairwoman Waters of the House Financial Committee is still there. As the markets continue to drop and the U.S. looks to Congress for an agreement on the massive stimulus package to save the economy from impacts of the 19, the newest offer by House Democrats includes a very forward-thinking and very forward-looking forward kind of stimulus, the creation of the digital dollar, and the establishment of the digital dollar wallets. Now, President Trump came up with the first plan with the digital dollar in it. Proposed. It's now not a new idea, but it is an idea based upon fast, reliable government policy and transaction to government-to-person acceptance It's instantaneous, and it's on the table. The bill establishes the digital dollar, which is defined as a balance expressed as a dollar value consisting of digital ledger entries that are recorded as liabilities in the account of any Federal Reserve Bank. The bill notes that such wallets would be branded as Fed accounts. So, no massive destruction of the Federal Reserve or destruction of the dollar as we know it. Bomb. As a matter of fact, this solidifies the reserve and effectively ensures the value of the dollar as a unit by definition. You know I'm big on definitions. Hmm? An electronic unit of value, a dollar being a dollar, a dinar being a dinar, or a dog being a dong. It doesn't matter. Once you deposit the money into an account, it becomes a unit. Not physical, but digital. The currency redeemable by any eligible financial institution, as determined by the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. Now, once you make a deposit into that system, fractional reserve banking is a system which only a fraction of the bank deposits are backed by actual cash on hand and available by withdrawal. This is done by theoretically expanding the economy by freeing capital for lending. I would also say slash stimulant or all central bank. Side note, China said they were also introducing their digital equivalent also this year. Bomb. So, if you want me to be clear, if Donald Trump is not destroying the Federal Reserve and strengthening the dollar behind the digital currency, this is exactly what I've been talking about for a year. You gotta understand this. I don't want to tear down the very system I want to master. To be a master of a system, you gotta practice it 30 years. Now, they've been playing this system for over 30 years, but with this stimulus package, they're quite clear, that with the digital dollar, it's backed by the Federal Reserve. With that, guess what? A unit's a unit. Okay? Mm-hmm. Whether it be a dollar, a dong, a dinar, a pound, a yuan, or whatever. While the process of sending money has been slow to change, the demand of currency with added functionality to support faster, more certain accessibility and complex payments has accelerated, and central banks are paying attention. More than 2/3 of central banks have been investigating new payment applications, with many of these banks emerging as new potential investors, applying novel technologies, including tokenization, to offer new possibilities to represent and transfer value. Did you just hear what I just said? Potential investors applying novel technologies, including tokenization, to offer new possibilities to represent and transfer value. For example, Riksbank, the Bank of Sweden, is now the first among leading central banks to have decided to test deployment of the digital currency, the e-krona, in pilot environment. It is reported that China plans to introduce their central bank issued digital currency, the CBDC, in the near term, and European Central Bank ECB has been actively exploring digital currency features. Why are these programs were slated for last year, except for the digital dollar? But today, these worlds are far more closer than they are apart. With Sir Rothschild leaving the central banking system, it's no secret why it's not being digitalized. So when people tell me this is the mark of the beast, I would tell them this. It's the mark of the future.
Can I interject for a second?
Sure.
I just sent you something. Can I share that with the gang? I just look in your, if you don't mind. It ties into what you're speaking of.
Where'd you send it?
To your messenger. That's,
Okay. A photo. Okay.
and I want you to look at it and expand it, and to see the countries off to the left, and you see what's in the middle there.
A ledger.
You see what
Central banks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see what's in their blockchain. You see what current.
Please explain this.
Okay.
This is pertinent. This is what I'm talking about.
I know. That's why I was like, okay, I've been holding on to that. So basically, and I'll put it out in the community tab for you guys to see. And actually, I could put it on Mr. Brando Facebook too. It doesn't matter, but it's basically kind of like this interledger layout of how they're going to kind of use the XRP ledger technology and
Not necessarily the coin, but the technology behind the coin.
Behind the coin
Okay.
with the banking system.
Okay.
And then off to the left, they have the countries, right? So the United States, the UK, Russia, China. Is that China?
China's in there. Yep.
Yeah, and then who's the blue?
I turned off of it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. So there's 5 countries off to the.
It looks like Great Britain. It looks like America, China, and at least Australia.
Okay, and then to the right of it, it has the various platforms. So I'm going to share that with you guys. I'll put that in the Facebook groups, the community tab on YouTube, so you can see it. It ties into what Mr. Brando's talking about. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. The Digital Dollar Project seeks to give yourself a bomb on that for real. No, a bigger bomb. Give yourself a 2.
Is it 2? I don't know the numbers.
Because it plays right into what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the currency being a derivative. Now, I said the dinar at one point based upon some information I got from somebody else, but the currency itself being a derivative because the currency physically can be a derivative because it's already deposited, if it's in deposit, right? Mm-hmm. The Digital Dollar Project seeks to encourage the major innovation in the U.S. currency, a digital dollar issued by the Federal Reserve System that would enjoy the full faith and the credit of the United States government and represent a third format of the central bank money in addition to banknotes and reserves. A lot of you right now are saying, well, what are the 3 formats of the government? They are these 3 key entities in the Federal Reserve System. The Board of Governors, bomb. The Federal Reserve, bomb. And the Federal Open Market Committee, bomb. So in no fact is there an option to destroy the federal government. However, it's to strengthen it and decentralize it, like Ms. Beebe always says, and make it so that, guess what? It's more privatized and less in the hands of whom? The evil ones. Interesting concept. Now, we all know that just printing money doesn't work. America, China have been printing money all year long. So what's the baseline that we must know so that all these unanswered questions can become uncovered? Stop artificially creating banknotes and just simply take the notes that are in existence right now, digitize them, and because they are already in existence, they are actually units. They are not money. They are like widgets. A dollar's a dollar, a dong's a dong, a dinar's a dinar, a Vietnamese whatever, a pound's a pound, whatever. That means the platform is not only been set, it is set.
So how does that work in the RIs or RVs?
Just hold on. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Okay? Because I got to send you something too.
All right.
International payments cannot be conducted digitally in US dollars. A digital dollar would allow establishing a more direct monetary relation, reduce risk, address persistent deficiencies of existing correspondent banking model, enhance competition in international payments, and advance financial market integration. The use of a digital dollar in cross-border and offshore transactions would allow making digital payments in central bank money for remittance and large value payments, including the possibility to conduct offshore security settlements and trade. Or trade can get the value of the currency per country still weighted on the inherent value of said currency to ensure the fact, like some would say, the dinar simply would raise in value or the dong would raise in value because once you deposit it, it becomes a unit, not monetary value. Because on the par value with trade or on the digital side, a unit's a unit.
Okay.
Okay?
So,
go ahead.
So I deposit my dong into my account. So I have a fraction of a USD. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying a unit's a unit.
Right. I get a unit's a unit.
Not it's fractionalized. To be on par with free trade, and I'll get to that in a moment, it has to be worth at least $1. Even the
Okay.
dong at that point.
Right. Okay. Let's say it's not worth a dollar, right?
No, it's not. Let's say it's not worth a dollar at all. Let's say it's worth.
That's half of a dollar.
No, let's say it's worth a millionth, a tenth of a dollar.
Okay.
But if they prescribe to this unit or this system, which all these countries are already doing, the Middle East, emerging markets, they call them the emerging Asian markets, and all these things are described in the IMF, and you can look it all up. Guess what? They describe a unit being a unit, not a currency being a currency. So I pose the question to everybody that has to think about this. Simply, you're going to raise the value of your currency, not just because you have to raise it because it's raised, but because it's weighted basket against other weighted baskets going to make it feasible because of free trade. That's what Donald Trump was talking about. Because if you digitize it, a unit's a unit.
Okay.
I'll take a bomb on that. Now, to explain it further, simply put, velocity is the number of times a dollar or any other currency for that matter. Now, this is the IMF's definition, not mine. So it's not my argument. I don't make the rules, I just report them. So if you as the investor are aware of them, if you're going to pay for something, pay for it in its quantitative value, meaning the currency that you actually hold. The more times a dollar is used, or any currency for that matter is used, remember, Ali al-Laq, he made the plea to use the dinar in country for no foreseeable inflationary problems. Because he said, if you spend our money in country, it doesn't make a difference. It's our money or the dollar. It won't make any difference. The greater economic impact is this. It brings on psychological value, it brings on inherent value, and it brings on supply times velocity. It brings on true value. Okay? The more the baker has to hire workers, purchase ingredients, helping to fuel the overall economy. But if everyone decides to save their money, they forego bread, that baker will go broke. What's the bread right now? It's oil. Bomb. And guess what? The economy is suffering. That's another bomb. Or if the world stops moving, no air travel, no ships travel, no travel within states, no travel within country. If there's no gas, no jet fuel, no oil, no nothing, guess what? You guys know where I'm going. In either scenario, or perhaps both, the velocity of a digital dollar could be compelled higher, improving the effectiveness of fiscal and monetary policy. During these times of crisis, we need money that is faster, safer, and easier to use. With what's happening in curing events, it only makes sense of the introduction of such currencies because it allows less physical touch and ensures much more safety. And the world central banks are going that way, no matter I want them to or I don't want them to. It's not my choice. They are choosing to go that way. So the myth now is over. Blockchain is going to change commerce the way that you and I view it today. And those benefits are going to be a result of the future. Whether I'm here for it, not here for it, accept it or don't. It would give trade balance to new markets as defined by, at the same time, incentives, geopolitical pressure, and even generational preference to replace the dollar as an international payment medium are significant amid perceived undue dollar dependence and contradiction of international dollar liquidity. So if the dollar liquidity is in jeopardy, guess what?
What?
If you don't need dollars, guess what? You need a dollar digital platform. China's push toward the renminbi CBDC is largely amid its efforts to advance renminbi internationalization as an effort to do so at the expense of the dollar primacy. Remember, Donald Trump told them this: you gotta raise the value of your currency if you're going to trade with me. And guess what? If they had a digital platform on the same par as the dollar, if you, as the average Chinese renminbi holder, and deposit your currency and had the option to put it either in digital or in fiat, guess what you would do? you'd put it in digital.
So,
Go ahead.
Carol wants to know if you had 5 million dong, you deposited, and then the 5 million units then bought you, let's say, a house of 300,000. Would you pay 300 units instead of dollars?
You pay dollars. Because guess what? To us, a dollar's a dollar.
So it converts over whatever currency
Correct.
you may be
The
using.
basket's going to be weighted based on the value of your currency.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ask any question you want. I've studied this left and right. There's no fault in this.
No, you're right. But I'm just thinking from a crypto standpoint, right? So the whole thing is, and that's what.
Did someone give a donation?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, somebody did. Destiny Eagle Fly, thank you. $9.99. But anyway.
Thank you.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but okay, so if you mind, can I be a crypto nerd for a second?
Please.
All right. So the whole thing behind XRP is people didn't like it because it's
decentralized?
Yes.
What does that mean exactly?
Okay, so the whole thing about the blockchain is, right, you can't tell who uses what, right? It's all in code. But there's a way to track XRP, right?
Right.
So there's two coins that are similar. Okay? XRP and XLM. XLM is the one that was preferred once upon a time. Right? Because, by the crypto geeks.
Right.
Okay? And then the other thing that they said about it was that, how do I say this? It converted internationally, regardless how you're saying the units are, right?
Exactly.
And we're talking about XLM here.
Right.
But XRP is more accepted because they can be used by banks. It was like the banker's coin, right? So then there's still no anonymity.
Right.
So they can still, the IRS can still track you.
Let me tell you this. Can I tell you this about coins? There's no anonymity now because there's tax returns. You're still going to get taxed. People, listen to me. You're still going to be taxed.
There's ways around it. I don't want to.
Listen, you can fraud the government all you want. You can hide your money all you want. You can play tuck and cheek all you want. But in real society, what most people playing like I do, guess what? There's no hiding from the big eyes in the sky.
The thing is the exchange in which you buy it from.
Now,
that is the thing. That's the caveat.
Now here's
Coinbase. Hold on.
We're not talking about coins. We're talking about a digital provided government currency.
But you're
not buying coins.
But you're not hearing me because you went down that rabbit hole, right?
I'm on one rabbit hole. I'm not on buying coins.
No. Hold on. You're talking about cryptocurrency. You're talking about digital currency.
Right.
Okay. This is what I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Telling you. Coinbase, the exchange. Hold on.
Go ahead.
They share your information every time you make a purchase with the I, the R, the S.
No matter what coin you buy. So there's no anonymity anyway.
But that only came to be recently. Okay. So now.
And why would you think that now? Because of this.
No.
I'm just saying.
2017, when everybody started making their money, the IRS wanted their
and guess when they came with the digital dollar. Hold on, guess when they came with the digital dollar? In 2015. They saw this coming.
I understand that, but the rules didn't come into play until 2018, actually.
I get it.
But my point is, they went to Coinbase, and Coinbase had to agree to hand over the records.
Sure.
Because cryptocurrency was making millionaires. So they weren't going to allow you to become a millionaire and not pay your taxes.
Sure. And they still won't. You are not going to become a fiat currency millionaire and not pay your taxes. I've been saying that forever.
So hold on. Remember the China trade deal. Remember when things went haywire, right?
Yeah.
China.
Sure.
What happened to one of some, I won't say all, of the currency exchanges? They didn't allow Americans. Think about it.
And
why?
Guess what?
Because it was in a dark place. Why? Because they weren't sharing the information with who?
And guess what else they call
the
R and the S. And guess what in your digital world they call that? Sharing in an IPO.
And also,
you're not going to be a part of that billion.
And,
you know what? You're not part of that good old boy society.
And,
unfortunately, you and I, as the common currency investor, just don't share that wealth. And you won't.
And they were doing things illegally in a dark market. Drug trade,
child trafficking, prostitution. So it's for the benefit of a lot of people in that regard.
That's why you have a more controlled,
centralized
environment.
Right,
and
policed.
That's why it's the know your customer rule, the KYC is very important. And most of the time, if you're a foreign exchange, they most of the time won't deal with America.
And guess what else they won't do? They won't deal with people they feel are doing shady business practice, period. It doesn't matter how much money you got. You got $40 million you want to dump in the crypto space or the stock exchange or in the security market. Look at all the people that get busted, and we watch those people all the time on YouTube. I got busted for doing this in the security market. I got busted for doing this in the bond market. Guess what? It's called Know Your Customer. And guess what? Now the digital space is caught up to...
Right, Maximum Play. We have switch on words. So XRP is centralized.
Okay.
XLM
is decentralized. I get it. I know what you meant. Okay. Now, can we keep going with the report, or you want to keep asking questions?
Go ahead.
Y'all want to keep going, or y'all keep asking questions?
Go ahead. I just
because I got more bombs. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But when people tell me, A, there's going to be no Fed, B, there's a gold-back system, that's not true. It's simply not true. The government just told you what they're going to do. And C, here's the thing. You're going to pay tax. Now, if you don't come up with a tax strategy, like, her name is Udo Matrix. Shout out to Udo Matrix. She gave me a very sweet compliment the other day, and I want to send out. You want to find a tax person, Udo Matrix, go to her. Or join my Patreon. I teach you tax havens. I teach that.
And Crypto Mogul, I agree with you on that, because trust me, I've been doing some taxes. And yes, you're right. It's when you sell, because one of the questions they ask you on the return this year is, did you sell any cryptocurrency? So
now here's the real question, because it's if you sell or not if you borrow against in the crypto market, you can't get a tax haven out of borrowing against your crypto savings at this point. But with the dollar, the digital dollar, I'm going to show you how. I got the answers. I did my homework. I'm not a crypto person, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. Cryptocurrency. Okay.
What do you mean about borrowing? Because you can borrow. There's ways to borrow against your cryptocurrency
and not pay taxes on it.
Well, I mean, you can borrow. There's no tax.
But that's the point. Okay, listen.
It's at the time of sale. You're borrowing. You're not selling.
Okay, but that's my point. It doesn't matter who holds the units. You're gonna pay tax. You see my point? So if you're arguing the point of tax, no tax, Fed, no Fed, gold, no gold, whatever you want to argue with me, guess what? I just squashed it. Okay. You're going to pay tax. There's no gold. And guess what?
I'm not arguing.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm not putting that to you. You're missing the point. Look beyond yourself. And I'm saying this.
I'm looking beyond
No, you're taking this as an argument. I'm not saying that.
I'm not. I was just pointing out. No, I was just pointing out that there are ways to borrow against your cryptocurrency.
And not pay tax?
Yeah.
How?
There's a couple of them. I'll have to show you offline, but I know two companies.
So let's say I make profit off of cryptocurrency.
It's not a profit if you're borrowing.
Well, no. Okay, so
you
first of all,
back.
That's my point. That's my whole point. You're going to pay back.
Doesn't
matter. You're going to pay back.
Selling it.
But if you borrow against your Roth IRA, you're going to pay tax on it.
He never got taxed, but I mean.
How do you do that on his IRA? How do you do it on his tax paperwork? Show me that.
I don't know.
I got to see your tax paperwork.
You just said it.
I know. Show me your tax paperwork. I hear you talking. I believe you. I trust and I believe in you. Just show me your tax paperwork. I believe everything what you showed.
And Maximum Play is a crypto person, and he says, I'm a corporation.
So you're telling me as a corporation. Now, Maximum Play, are you saying as a fact that you're a corporation and you borrow against your digital space and you did not pay taxes on it? Is that what you're saying to me? Because I want you to go on record to say that to me prophetically, please. I'm asking, because I don't know. I'm not a digital person. I'm telling what the U.S. government says. Because I have what they wrote down.
Well, I think it's just like with anything. Corporations, there's a way to hide things and way to do things.
Well,
Right?
you can be deceiving and be dishonest in
It's not
anything.
being deceiving. I mean, there's millionaires, including our lovely president, that gets tax shelters and tax savings through corporations.
That's different. A
But
tax shelter is a lot different than not paying taxes on money you shouldn't pay taxes on. I'm sorry.
okay.
Sorry, it's just different. Now, can I keep going? Or are you?
Keep going.
Okay, thank you. Now, if your country either didn't adopt the digital dollar or its platform, that could be exchanged for the same currency, you would be mad because that would be 2/3 of the world's trade. Therefore, you would not be involved in a free trade society and you would be left out. Next that will go on this platform is the petrodollar, and that will be dead probably within a year or within 3. And that comes from the IMF.
Petrodollar.
Oh, yeah. It's dying.
And it's dying when? In a year?
Or within 3. The use of the dollar international transaction has also been accompanied by significant holdings of the U.S. portfolio securities, which is particularly true in Asia. Now, the thing that I got to send Miss BB real quick, I'm going to send it to her right now. I took a photograph of it because I didn't understand it at first. After I read it, I'm going to send it to her right now. Here it is. Should I send it to your messenger or by email? I'll send it to you by email.
Oh.
April. Because this graph is so telling. Okay? Send. If you look at this graph, it only names 3 markets. One is advanced markets. I define advanced markets as being this. 1 being America, 2 being Canada, 3 being Europe, Germany, France. People that use the dollar, the euro, or something on a Europe platform close to the dollar or greater than, right? They call that the number 2 emerging markets. I'll define emerging markets in a second. Number 3, emerging Asian markets. Mm-hmm. That's it. They don't say Latino. They don't say anything else, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at the graph, and I'll hold the graph up. I know y'all can't see it. Damn it, can you post that? Damn it.
Did you send it?
I sent it to you.
Okay, let me go get it.
Now, if you look at the graph, the advanced markets goes way up like this, right? If you look at the emerging markets, it goes like this. Kind of like stalemate, like 10 million parts per unit. It stays stale about 11 parts per unit. The Asian markets goes from 2 million, it goes up because their currency is so devalued, and it goes down, right? Now, here's the key. Watch this. If you go to that chart, the Dollar Project website tells the diagram. Thus, the decline in international use of the dollar would likely result in a reduction of international U.S. securities holdings, which could exert downward pressure on U.S. securities prices and the dollar. That's a way you can devalue the dollar, make it more acceptable for trade, and guess what? Get everybody on par with advanced market space. And guess what? Because now it's all on par with the dollar, guess what? There's no trade deficits. Free trade now becomes a reality.
This one right here,
yes.
You want me to put this everywhere?
Everywhere. It's common knowledge. This stuff I'm giving you guys is free. This is free information.
And what is this called? The Digital Dollar Project? Mm-hmm. That's what it's called, Digital Dollar Project. Okay, hold on.
Now, Daisy, stop being crunk. Less developed nations throughout Asia, Africa, Eastern Europe, and Latin America. Now, I'm not trying to diss Latin America, but the chart they left out. They left them out by name because of technological infrastructure. Look at the market exchanges. Exchanges can also explore the use of mobile technology to connect to customers, even to remote regions, and provide them with the flexibility to connect anytime, anywhere. Latin America is the second fastest growing global region after sub-Saharan Africa in mobile, and the number are compelling. According to a recent study by GSMA, mobile subscriber penetration is forecasted to increase by 65% of the region's population in 2015. Now, that's why I tell you guys right now, investing in the peso or the bolivar or in something in South America is not the right time. About 150 new mobile internet subscribers will be added by 2020, bringing the total about 450 million. As of the end of 2015, smartphone adoption accounted for about half the regional connections, and the expectation to be added to about 262 million smartphone connectivity by the end of a decade. and they're more looking about 2021. So if you're looking at a smart play for digital, not digital, but fiat, now you gotta look at digital as being the beholdens because of this digital play with America, China, the emerging markets, and Asia. And you can forecast and say that, and I'm not a financial advisor, I am not trying to portray to be one, but if you're looking at the market trend and looking at what they're doing, you can look at this graph and say Latin America was left off, but now you can say why is not a good time to buy the peso, the Bolivar, or anything else in South America. Not because it's not a good buy, but because they're not an emerging market, an Asian emerging market, or an advanced system. I'm sure that the time could be accelerated, and that with this being said, the emerging market economies, the development world, consist of North America, Western Europe, and Japan. Bomb on that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to post this.
Okay, I'll wait. Y'all having fun? Are we having fun on this? How many likes we got? We got some likes in here? I hope you guys are having fun. I hope this is fun for you. I hope you guys that are digital heads, I hope y'all are having, I see bombs and fire. I know that's good. I got my little glasses on, so I can't really see all that good. I hope y'all are having fun with this because this is a lot of fun. Many emerging market economies become important bases for global manufacturing operations, i.e. Vietnam with the move of Samsung moving its high-end cell phone business from South Korea to Vietnam, or Iraq moving from the gas industry to the natural gas harvesting and development, whether domestic or international sale use, when picking up oil production when the Saudis were down because of a missile strike. At the same time, many emerging markets are enjoying booming export businesses. As they gain global presence, many emerging markets also benefit from regulatory reforms, cross-border trade, and loose monetary policy. That was up until guess when? April 6th. And tighter monetary reform like the USA-Mexico trade agreement or the USA-China trade agreement affects almost 100 plus countries. China and the USA account for the world's two largest economies, which account for about 1/3 or the value of 2/3 of the total economy. They are not only the world's largest traders, but also destination for most foreign direct investment. Bomb. As the world's largest exporter, China has the largest trade surplus, or merely after Germany, in globe. U.S.-China trade relations have evolved into one of the world's fastest growing, largest bilateral trade relations. China as the world's largest trade developing country and the U.S. as a superpower play an extremely important role in building global bilateral and multilateral free trade zones. So, as you develop an emerging market or an Asian market or a Latino market, you also have to develop a free trade market. So everyone and everyone else, how but through the digital space was this hiding in plain sight? Remember, a unit is a unit. A dollar's a dollar. A dinar's a dinar. A dong's a dong. A pound's a pound once it's deposited. So you all can see all these countries can cure their trade can cure their oil woes by instant banking inclusion. And they can also get to know your customer by simply putting forth the digital presence and curing a trade deficit, and can have more reliable, safer, faster, cheaper exchange. Get unit by unit value, and it is usable global currency, period. Period. Remember, the IMF defines usable currency as just these 5 currencies: the US dollar, the euro, the Chinese renminbi, the Japanese yen, the British sterling pound, all of them developing digital currency in this space. Now, as I continue I want to tell you guys about the oil market and how it affects Iraq. It's choking their economy. And with the world and the circumstances in which it is plain to see that Iraq as well as Vietnam. Because the problem with Vietnam and Iraq is if you're an exporter and no one's buying your goods, it chokes you. And if you're an importer and you need goods brought in, it chokes you. Okay?
You let me know when you're ready for questions.
You see the market at a standstill. So behind any market, whether it be our stock market or anything else, behind hype and convolution, these are the things that you need to see before things can actually change. The PM of Iraq is close to making his government within 2 weeks, which is well within our April 6th date, which we've talked about several times. Now, I'm not saying April 6th is a date of change of anything, but I'm saying it's a date of policy and enforcement of law and policy. I've always said that. I don't believe in some holy reinstatement, like someone's going to come down and say, boom, reinstate. I'm saying that when policy enacts that reinstatement, it will happen. We know that if you want to follow Iraq and follow it to the letter, the president designate is not going to get 100% Shiite backing. It's going to be fractioned. Okay? He's not going to get 100% of Amiri's bloc, which holds 48 seats of 329 seats. And he's definitely not going to get off Fayyad's bloc, which is 8 seats. Now remember, it's 329 seats. So just like our own presidential election that we watch daily, you got to count those 329 seats minus 48 and minus 8. Now, this has to happen within 30 days. Maximum Play, thank you. Thank you, Maximum Play. It's always funny. Patreon always find the most value in this service. It's a service.
Maximum Play said I was trying to get him shot. I wasn't. And he asked some. They asked some.
And you got a question? Can I just read well, I got a lot more to go. Okay. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and ask your questions. I can stop.
Okay.
I can stop. Go ahead and ask your questions.
So Max Play says the only way you could skate on cryptocurrency is have dual citizenship and go to a country.
And what I tell you,
and launder the funds through property marketing adjusting.
I've been preaching dual citizenship for how long?
And he said not me. Now.
I've been preaching that for how long?
Clear your name, Max Play, okay? And then Janelle asked, so then the dinar will not get $3? Question mark.
No, you misunderstood what I said. Each currency will go into a weighted basket based upon the merit of their currency, not pegged to anything but the merit of that currency. Meaning that Kuwait, Bahrain, anybody that's currency is above $1, still that country will still be above $1.
So, like, because she's trying to understand. This is Janelle trying to
I know, Janelle. I understand.
She's like, it'll be 1 unit to the dollar?
No. Meaning that if I give you $1, it's a unit. If I give you a dinar, it's a unit as opposed to...
So, let's use the dinar as an example.
Okay.
Right?
And it's worth... let's say it's worth $100. Let's say it's worth $100. Some crazy number.
Or just let's go to the $3. Let's keep it
$3, whatever.
Right?
Right.
So 1 dinar is worth $3.
Right.
Then that would make it 3 units.
So,
right?
Correct. Okay. Now you're getting me. I deposit 100,000 dinar. I get 300,000 units.
Okay.
Correct. It's not hard math. And I'm not saying this to be mean. What I'm saying is that you got to understand, $1's $1, a unit's a unit. If your basket's weighted higher than somebody else's basket, guess what? You're just worth more money. Okay. That's all it is.
Now, so Max Play says, so Mr. B is right about not being able to skate taxes completely. You can certainly greatly reduce them, however.
You can greatly reduce taxes through a couple tax strategies that I'm not going to give on YouTube because I've already got cut off on my own Patreon. I'm not going to tell that and somebody cut me off. I'm preaching.
Okay. Nano says, so where is the value coming from?
If I told you, you guys would think I'm crazy. The derivative is actually fiat currency. The derivative actually comes from the currency you deposit in banks right now. So I tell this at the end. Can I get to that in a minute?
Okay.
I'll get to it, but I'll tell you.
Put him on hold.
I'll put you on hold, but the derivative is actually the currency you hold right now.
Okay. Did it go down to $10 today? Sammy Diaz says, did it go down $10 today? But I wasn't sure.
What, crude oil? I heard it did, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Annette said, my brain is in pain. I hear you, sister.
Why? It's just simple.
Because sometimes, you know what? It's information overload sometimes. Like, it's all.
Am I going too fast?
Or sometimes it's so much. It's just like if I gave you a crash course in finance, in stocks, in
anything I'm not familiar with.
You're not well versed at. If
Sure.
I sat here and went over grants with you, right?
Right.
And started telling you about federal government grants and DOLs and H-1Bs and all this stuff, you'd be like, oh my God, okay. So it's like sometimes it's so much information coming.
Should I stop?
No, I mean.
And I can do the rest. Ask them, do you want me to stop?
Because sometimes
because this is a lot of information. I can do the rest of this tomorrow. Ask them.
Yeah. Okay. Nano says we can't move from fiat to fiat. Period. Fact is.
No, you're not moving from fiat to fiat. You're moving from fiat to derivative. It's a whole different thing. And the derivative is already set because you already have major depositors. And Moochin already told you this.
Sammy D said keep going. You're explaining just right. Someone else says, Dano, no, don't stop. So everybody says don't stop. So
okay. Can I keep this going out? Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay. Okay, listen to this.
Geek out.
I'm a geek. I'm a total nerd when it comes to this stuff. So, as it stands, he's going to get elected is what I'm probably going to come up with. I'm talking about the president. I mean the PM, PM, right?
The mean mugging PM.
He's an ugly son of a gun.
He's not ugly, but he always make the stink face. Like he got to go to the bathroom or he smells something. But go ahead.
His challenge is to avoid any major defections in the coming weeks, particularly by challengeable solder. But Solder and him made amends. So the United States can help reduce the likelihood of major disruptions developed by temporarily adjusting its current policies. One thing that the United States will do, and you can mark my words by saying this, if this guy gets elected, instead of them getting a pass for 45 days worth of oil buying from Iran, guess what? They will reestablish 120 days. That will be the olive branch to Iran and to Iraq and to him to say the United States will play ball. Bomb. In this instance, with him and Solder making amends, you should see his appointment. Because you know what? That's 273 seats that we still have way more than enough majority for him to get elected. Watch the deal being made with a designated PM and watch the countries come together with urgency. Its time now is of the essence. And with him not being able to sell not one barrel of oil, because I've already showed Patreon that oil is not per barrel because of its extraction, but because of its storage. And guess what?
What?
It's transportation. So I got to not only hold it, put it in a barrel, and guess what else I can do? I got to hold it for you. And guess what? That's expensive. So oil could go negative. At some point, Saudi and Russia could fight to sell. Who's going to pay you to take their oil? And guess who's buying all that discounted product right now? The United States of America.
America.
I'm America! Can I get a bomb? And guess what I'm going to do to Europe and all the other places that don't have the money to do it? I'm going to sell it to them at a profit and not extract any of the oil to upset my reserve system because I'm smart.
Are you giving away America's secrets?
Am I going to get cut off? Now, any hope for mediation or medication, hospitalization, food, or anything else, exporting because they are close to the border. Iraq is in dire need. They now have to rely on local markets, space, and currency. Like the IMF said, they told them, we declined to loan you any money. And in fact, you need to make good on payments that are due now. The use of your own currency in the market space is most valuable. In actuality, your physical currency is an asset not only to yourselves, but the country in which you live. So watch the movement of the world. Watch Iraq. Watch them struggle to provide for its people. And this is ugly to say, but I'm going to say it. But watch for several countries struggle because without the movement of oil, without the World Bank, without the IMF willing to loan these people any money, they're going to be fully engaged in doing what? They're going to be, how should I put it, encouraged to stop corruption, get people in place to make that country move, and make a market adjustment because they can't pay their bills. However, they need to find a safe haven within the digital market space. They also need to hurry up and pass the budget so they can make the final payment to Kuwait, exiting Chapter 7 and entering Chapter 8 of compliance. Whoa. We have perfect storm for a market adjustment and a global adjustment, if you want my opinion. The new PM designate succeeding is not just for us, but it's for the world. But headway has been slow. A lot of you are tired. But a few weeks are left. I encourage you to stay with me. It's not easy, but guess what? You only got a few weeks left. I want to leave you with a quote that I got from someone. Her name is Ann Brown. Time is running out for most antique paper. Modern technology is a part of God's plan to help not only with remembering the past, but creating future possibilities. That at this time, we cannot imagine. Hold on. I got one more thing to say. Remember that 400 billion plus Muchin told you, that evil son of a gun, that banker? He said he was short in the U.S. economy for that little fund that was lacking that we need to see happen. Guess what? He'll get that. And through fractional banking and through quantum easing, that 400 billion will become 4 trillion, achieving his $2 trillion stimulus and thus having him change. This stuff I can't make up, and this is the news.
Okay.
Number 2.
I sent you something on Messenger from Nino, just in case it went away, about your comment about the derivative.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it's created from or what it's based upon. Okay. Because you know why? Fiat currencies are based upon nothing. So when you create a $2 trillion stimulus package, guess what that's based upon? Absolutely nothing.
Them printing money, right?
Yeah. So guess what? I'd rather be king of the derivative system than, I don't want to say a bad word, but a dumbass of the non-derivative system that I'm not a part of. So I don't care where it comes from. I just want to know how I'm going to get paid. That's how you're going to get paid. Sorry. I know what you're saying, Nino. I get it. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that, guess what? That's how you get paid. Now, you can argue it all you want. That's how you get paid. Shout out my nephew with the cute little profile pic with the little baby girl.
Who?
Joseph.
Oh, Joseph, yeah.
It's a cute little baby
Joseph.
girl. Oh, Joseph. Yeah, bomb after bomb after bomb. With 4 minutes behind because of buffering. I'm sorry, Q. Oh, can I hit? Oh, I don't know how many likes we got. Can I get some likes? I'm begging for likes. I'm begging for likes.
Big or not. Okay.
Big or not. I gotta watch it. 147 dislikes. That's it. My haters ain't got up yet. Y'all must be on lockdown smoking weed all day.
You're supposed to be focusing on the likes, not the dislikes. Come on. Keep it positive. Keep it gangster.
I am.
Okay.
Man, I'm preaching.
I know.
This is really, really, it's not simple, but when you see the see, let me tell you how this goes. Miss BB hold on. Daza and I were talking a week ago about the digital dollar. This is how all this started, right? Mm-hmm. Me and Jamie, a week ago, after me and Daza spoke, talked about this scenario, about oil and all this other crap, right? About the 19. Mm-hmm. Last night, me and you were talking, right? And what did you tell me about XRP, right? Is that XRP? Mm-hmm. I'm not a digital person, right? And you told me XRP. I looked up what its value was. I looked up today. I was like, it's 16 cents. Mm-hmm. That would mean the dollar would lob. How is the Federal Reserve going to take a currency that's basically worth 16 cents and make it $1? They're not. They're going to take the platform in which
the technology.
Correct.
It's the technology.
Correct.
And remember that was the thing, because it was going to be one of the only cryptos that also had a stock too.
Correct.
But now with the stock market the way it's
failing, basically. Well, it's up, but I mean, whatever.
It's flip flop.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
It's the technology, because actually the technology is being used now and people don't even realize it.
Western Union, there's a bunch of people.
MoneyGram.
Hospitals. A lot of people use Walmart. Yes. So listen, it's not far-fetched to think like this. This is not nuts. Now, can we trip people out for a minute?
Okay.
They're already doing it. It's already in play.
Who's already doing it?
Well, the United States government. They've already said it. We're going to digitize our... Now, you want to talk about what's a derivative for making the currency worth what it's worth, and you don't have to make the value any different than what it really is? You just hit a picture. Anyway, guess what it is? The currency, the physical currency, is already deposited within banks. And guess what? As soon as Muchin gets his 400-something billion, he can fractionalize that money, and guess what? Loan it out, give it out, do whatever he wants to. No, XRP won't go up. It may, if the technology catches on to what's the back end of it, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I'm not a digital person. I'm not here for digital. I don't do the crypto space. I do the physical space. You tell me, is it based upon what you know now? Because you haven't heard any of this till now.
I think so, but I've always thought so. Because I always thought XRP was the play without hearing that.
I dabbed on them.
You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because there was an executive order that I have a copy of somewhere, and Trump mentioned XRP in that executive order. So, along with some Apple Pay, Google Pay, all that other stuff, all the other.
And I also heard so many people that were with our president that said he's going to destroy the Fed. Going to destroy the Fed.
Hearing that too.
And guess what? He just solidified the Fed with, guess what? What they're calling Fed accounts. And guess what? Those Fed accounts are going to be backed up with, guess what? Fed wallets. And guess what? The Fed now is here to stay. So the very system people want to destroy. Who's Neil? Has anyone else heard they already started the RA process last week? Yeah, if you want to look at it from the basis that I told Patreon a week ago about oil moving, yeah. But it's not a physical movement, and it has zero to do with the ISX. Let me tell you about ISX. ISX is ground floor trading. Let me explain this to you. So me and April are sitting in this room, and we're ISX. I get a call. I want to buy 400 shares of Iraqi water. I take it, I write on a piece of paper, and I hand it to April. The reason why the ISX is closed is because if I hand it to April and I got the coronavirus, guess what? She gets the coronavirus. It's a spread of a disease. That's it. There's no secret behind that. You don't take a genius to figure that one out. That's what they call, guess what? Social spacing. And guess what they also call that? Quarantining. Shut it down. It's unlike the American Stock Exchange, where guess what? They went digital. You can still trade stocks. You just do it digitally. You call your broker and say, I want to buy this. And guess what? They tap it into a computer. And guess what happens? You get a buy and they get a sell. And guess what? It goes forward. That's the difference between... A brigadier general said this once. Amateurs base it off of guesswork and messaging. Professionals base it off logistics. That's how the world works.
Okay, can I say something?
So,
Executive Order 13772, page 194, XRP is mentioned. It was put together in July of 2018.
Was it mentioned or the technology behind it mentioned?
It was one of the companies mentioned.
So therefore, it wasn't specifically, actually quantitatively said, we're using this technology or this coin.
No.
So therefore, my point's still valid.
But
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you said it's mentioned. I'm saying quantify it. You got to define it. It's not defined.
All I'm saying is, and I mean, if we go to this executive order,
post it. Will you post that in our community stuff?
It's too big to post. Trust
me.
Can
you just post a page?
I can do a screenshot.
I don't know how to do that.
Because I can't even pull it up in my phone. It's so big.
Yeah, and the ISX is open if you have a broker. I can give you a broker's number right now. I got one. And he told me the other day, buy all you want. We're good. So that ISX is closed, bull crap is crap. Quit following crap. Follow the truth. And we're not going to get on negative. We're going to be on positive. And positivity is this. How long have we been going?
Don't look at the time. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Geek out. No.
Can I be a geek?
Go ahead. You've been a geek.
Can I be can I give conspiracy now?
But okay, so I want to say this because see all the financial companies listed here, right? In this executive order, and these are non-banking systems, right? Like non-traditional. So that's why I'm saying, like, even Apple Pay is mentioned.
Wow.
So it's
I didn't know that.
It's not. I'm not saying
non-traditional banking systems are listed as being an alternative to the system that we have right now as far as a fiat for payment.
Right.
What you're saying.
Right.
Wow. But they chose the digital dollar. Is what we're saying.
Well,
however that platform's set up, they're not releasing that yet.
Right. We don't know how that platforms are set up.
Wow. Can I also say this? I don't want to go too long. I think if you go too long, it's crazy. How long are we going?
It's not like they see you all the time, so.
I know, but.
See right here? Ripple.
Oh, Ripple's on there.
Yeah, that's XRP.
I have Ripples.
And then.
They said no, geek out.
So, see right here, PayPal. So, that's what I'm saying. It's non-traditional banking, right?
Okay, can I geek out real quick? In the UAE and in Saudi Arabia, they're developing a core called Anbar. And Anbar, I believe, because the Saudis and the UAE are going to adopt it, I think that all the Middle East at one point are going to adopt it. Not the digital dinar that I thought of before, right? I looked this up earlier, right? I think they're going to adapt that as being their digital currency of the Middle East, right? Mm-hmm. If they do that, and they tell you, you deposit your dinar in the bank, you can either convert it into Anbar or into digital dollars or into fiat. And it's like Jamie told me, when you see a digital ATM where you can't extract Bitcoin, I don't get.
Yeah,
but do you know what I'm saying?
They have Bitcoin ATMs already.
I don't know what you're showing me. I can't see it.
I'm not showing it to you yet, but they're called BTMs.
Okay, BTMs. Mm-hmm. When you see those things pop up all over the place, and you know that the digital dollar's in place, just know this, that for trade purposes, those dollars that you're depositing are now being used to equalize trade around the world. Now you're on par with everybody. And a unit's a unit, a dinar's a dinar, regardless of the value of your currency.
So
now you have to hold value at least par to the dollar. Doesn't mean you can be a fractional of a dollar. You have to hold units.
So this was put together by the U.S. Department of Treasury. See what it says right here? A financial system that creates economic opportunities, non-bank, financial, fintech, and innovation.
Fintech is everywhere. Don't get me wrong, is a good hypothesis just that hypothesis. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong or don't get you wrong. No, it's a hypothesis. But it's not a hypothesis based upon nothing. It's a hypothesis based upon the stimulus package that the United States government is going to give you in 2 weeks and get you to get a nano ledger behind it. Mike says, so Miss April, if they use technology from XRP because it's the fastest, won't it come up based on that?
That's what I'm hoping.
And Clyde said, what up, Miss Brando and Miss BB? How y'all be? Thank you for all what you do. Thanks, Clyde. But I mean, you know more about this than I do. I don't know.
And that's my thought process. Like, I feel like XRP should go up.
And Clinton said, yes, they have Bitcoin ATMs.
Yes, they do.
So,
that's why they're called BTMs.
So a conversion's not that crazy.
We have them.
It's not a hypothesis at that point. It's actual fact.
We have BTMs here.
So a digital dollar is not crazy. It's not a hypothesis at that point. It's fact.
It also has other cryptocurrencies that you can trade. It has Litecoin in it. It has Ethereum. It has other things.
Maximum Play, I love you. Maximum Play just said, just like in Star Wars, a credit is a credit no matter you are in the galaxy. And that's the truth. That's what this is boiling down to. The 19 was, and I got to give Clyde credit for this because I thought he was crazy when he said they're trying to do away with physical currency because of the spread of something. And I thought spread is sandwich spread. That's crap.
Well, that's kind of like in gambling, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Don't touch the chips because you infect yourself.
No, the spread, like this.
Oh, well.
I thought maybe he meant the spread.
No, he meant the spread. Like, if I touch his phone, you touch it. Me and you.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking like, whoa, he was so accurate.
Hi, Clyde.
Clyde, dude, you were 100% 5 million.
He said that long ago?
Yeah, like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. He posted on my page, and I shut him down. And I'm wrong. I'm not always right, y'all. Listen, I'm the first person to tell you when I'm not right. I'm wrong with her all the time. But you know what? I'm man enough to sit here in front of you and say, you know what? I am not the humble Mr. Brando. I'm Brandon. And guess what? I'm wrong from time to time. And guess what? It happens. You learn from your mistakes. But you know what? You educate yourself on the things you're wrong about.
Wow, you said that in January, Clyde.
Yes, Clyde was so smart about that.
I can't even say all what I want to say about time frames right now, but
well, I mean,
we're on YouTube. We can't.
I don't want to get canceled. Right. I mean, you know.
I know, but we'll talk about that another day.
I ain't the smartest. I'm just saying I put these things together over time. It takes me a while.
Brandon 316 says so. You know where that comes from?
Austin 316.
Yeah.
Because I'm America.
Okay, so King says, which one is better, Zion Oil, gas, or XRP?
I would say definitely XRP. Just saying. I think Zion Oil's dead as Kelsey's nuts, but I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. Zion, what significant growth example can you show me? I'm being honest, like, for real. If you want to show, like, listen, y'all, this is my whole thing on investment. Show me what you're doing, show me your progress, and show me growth over the time that I've invested in it, right? If you can't, at least XRP has an excuse. Tell me.
No, I don't like penny stocks. I'll be very honest with you. I jumped on the bandwagon, right?
Oh my God. Q on Hell 17 said, humble, I think you're quite intelligent. Humble, I'm as smart as you guys. Man, I'm dumb. I'm a dumbass. I'm for real. I'm dumb. But you know what I do? I study, I read, I conversate, I try to
Robert
enact.
Robert said Zion was a pump and dump.
Sounds like a good Friday night at my house. A pump and dump. I'm just joking. I'm just saying, guys, I don't think I'm smart. You know what I think I am? I'm blessed with having intelligent, I'm blessed, highly motivated subscribers and people that believe in the cause that tell me all the time, hey, Mr. B, don't disregard this. And I have subscribers all the time. Like Jamie told me, I told you this 3 weeks ago. Miss B tells me all the time, I told you this a month ago. And you know what it takes? A swift kick in the pants. Sometimes a fight, and sometimes an argument, and sometimes a dismissal for me. I'm not unapproachable. I am not the end-all, be-all to anything.
Nicole, is that a dab? Were you dabbing? Neil says, has anyone else hearing that they already... Okay, you already answered that about the RV, right?
I answered that earlier. They're not RV a week ago. I answered that in Patreon. I've answered it here. The ISX closing is not them not reinstating the currency.
Hey, Robert G. But yeah, I think XRP should go up. Based on all this, let's see who they use for the digital currency. I mean, I don't know how they're going to use a digital dollar. Like, I would think...
I'm going to use it for trade, period.
I would think... So you think the U.S. government's going to create their own currency?
They already have.
Use the technology.
Hold on. You want me to send it to you?
And you, yes, send it to me.
Hold on.
So they're going to use the technology. They're going to use XRP's technology.
Hold on.
To how to do the transactions. Man, you gotta pay XRP for that technology.
And you know what they call that? Demerge?
You gotta make my... Hey, come on, get your tail off me. Get that.
Daisy, be good. I'm sending you the project.
You gotta make my crypto go up.
And y'all gotta understand, I'm not a digital currency person. So for me to understand this space, it's taken me a lot of reading today. I just sent her the digital dollar project to Miss BB, to her messenger, for her to read, for her to understand. Because I'm not saying for you to invest in it. What I'm saying is that's what the government, when they put that in the stimulus, what they're talking about. Period. And intelligence is only based upon long executions of, I won't say seniority, over long executions of me getting it right over a long period of time. And I've gotten it right over a long period of time, and I've been wrong sometimes. But you know what? I'm right a lot more than I'm wrong, and I am humble. I'm not an asshole. I'm not. I'm basically a good guy. People paint me out to be what you want to be based upon whatever you want me to be. But guess what? I got more slaps than the Beatles.
Fed coin?
Yeah, it's called the Fed account. Ain't no destruction of the Fed. Ain't no golden zombie. Ain't no golden
Clyde
parachute.
said, you know, Iraq is on lockdown until April 1st.
And guess what's still trading? ISX. So your whole ISX theory, guys, basta.
What's that mean? What?
People are saying that the ISX is closed. It ain't doing trading. My trader in the ISX, the person that I know that's there, I texted him earlier today. I said, y'all trading? He said, yeah, what do you want to buy?
Okay.
And I'll post this stuff up. Y'all want to buy ISX? Got some money? Let me know. I'll post him.
Dong still excited?
Man. Oh my God. The Dong is awesome. Let me tell you what Dong did. Listen to this. Samsung just transferred from South Korea all the way to Vietnam their high-end phone market. They're transferring all high-end merchandise over to Vietnam. Dong is exciting. They just increased on their whole the index for the average income and business market.
GDP.
Yes. Big time. Dude, the Dong is a smart play.
I think they're what? 20.
They were 23rd in the Asian market.
Yeah. That's right.
Man, there's some exciting stuff going on worldwide. And I know you guys don't get me a lot.
So help me understand. April 6th. Somebody said April 6th Manipulation Enforcement Day.
Correct.
What does that mean to me?
If you do business through trade, the United States, through trade, you cannot manipulate your currency or will tax and tariff you. So just like they're taxing and tariffing China right now for what they're doing with their currency, that will continue.
I think I saw something about Vietnam and tariffs.
There will be no more availability to cheat.
I saw something. You know, I had to take a 19 break between all the okay, well, I know they suspend their rice exports, right? Because of all the 19.
Well, yeah, because nothing's moving. They couldn't ship it if they wanted to.
No, but they're trying to keep it for themselves.
Well, they need to. You got to feed your people.
Right. So they need, because, rice is hard to get even here.
Well, rice is a staple in Asiatic countries anyway, so.
It's a staple here. I need my rice. I'm not Asian.
I'm Idahoan. I like potatoes.
Rice.
I like potatoes.
I like jasmine rice. Holla.
Grant, thank you. I'm not the man. You guys make me the man because you guys give me the information. Without you guys, I'm nothing.
There was something I saw about it.
I'm about to cut this off.
I know. Darn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. We've been going too long.
Oh, this is what I saw, that China's central bank is one step closer to issuing its digital currency.
I told you.
Oh,
I knew that. I said it earlier. Yeah, I knew that.
Missed that part.
Yeah. And there's already been one in Europe. I've told you that. I'm way past that. Yeah. I know. Because the digital streets keep telling me so. Me and Dage been researching so.
Vietnam ups tariffs to protect domestic producers.
Well, yeah, they probably have to at this point. But if they want to be part of that free trade agreement they signed with Europe, they're going to have to pretty much ixnay that. Sure. I agree. But they just signed a big time free trade agreement with Europe. Not with the United States, but Europe. Mm-hmm. You can't have tariffs if, guess what? You want to be a part of free trade. Good luck.
Impose anti-dump duty.
Yeah. Now Vietnam's talking about dumping. Now before the United States and everybody else was talking about dumping. Yeah, Sharon, we're on lockdown. We have a curfew. We don't have a curfew. Essential business can open. But you're supposed to comply.
It has to do with Indonesia?
Yeah, because Indonesia is cheaper than Vietnam, I guess. Any speculation as to what would be acceptable rate for the Dong to comply to be a part of the free trade? Yeah, equal, unit for unit. Nettie, thank you. Yes, Houston's on lockdown. Mm-hmm. I'm on lockdown. My wife's going to make me eat some shrimp burrito. So I'm going to go downstairs, eat my low-carb shell, and eat my coleslaw that's enriched with sriracha mayo because I'm on keto, and my cheeses. And I'm going to enjoy my evening with my wife. you guys should read about the digital dollar.
Oh, and you can look at what I posted. So go to digitaldollarproject.org, and it's
Mhm.
on the top of that picture I posted.
And don't doubt it, research it. I always post what I got. Now, I have a couple other websites that I collected all this information from. Like I always say, if you so happen to want the information that I've gathered, my show notes, I'm willing to share them only if it's viable for some reason. But if you want them, you've got something to tell me that I want to know, I'll share them with you. If not, I hope you have a great evening. Please, if you're on lockdown, wash your hands. Use plenty of hand sanitizer. Wash your clothing often. Don't mess with Daisy because she'll bite you. And take this virus seriously. I don't mean to say virus. Take the 19 seriously because it's a very serious thing. Don't joke about it. Have a great evening and have an awesome night. And if you're locked up with your spouse, take this time to get to know your children. Take this time to get to be with your wife.
Play checkers.
We're going to play checkers tonight?
Nah, I don't know.
We're probably watching the movie. Get your hair twisted. Do whatever you do. Love you guys. I might see you guys soon. If not, you know what?
He'll probably go live tomorrow.
I probably won't. But if I do, you know what?
He'll
I'll
go
see you
walk the
tomorrow.
dog and
Oh my God. This is the very, I want to shout y'all. I might go live tomorrow. This is the very first time I got more likes than I got people watching.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
And bless you, man. Y'all have a great night.